Can somebody come and save me? I just wanna know. I wanna know.
I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red.
It. How is it going, everyone? St. Patty's Day event going on right now. I'm getting everything. I was hoping I'd get everything ready, but then I started getting confused by my inventory of 3,000 things, evidently. I know I'm missing a few. I'm looking through all these, trying to figure out the ones I'm missing. Here we go. Lucky pot. We need that one. We'll grab. We don't need 2 of them. That we would end up breaking off one of them. I just know it. Let's see, the Stout Walker. Grab one of those, 2 of them. Gosh, dang it! Darn, backpack getting filled up again. I do know there is a some sort of frog we need to grab as well. Let's see. Oh, we do have a popper. That's the popper pint. So let me make sure we got that. Yeah, we'll grab one more of those. Got the frog popper rainbow jump. Grab 2 of those just in case. And I think that should get us. We're into saltwater stuff now. Should be good. I'm hopeful. I am hopeful that that is everything we need out of that one anyway. I guess this will get us a start, right? If we need to go back and get something, we certainly can. Anywho, let's go ahead. I'll take a look at the missions we got. The expulsion of snakeheads. Ooh, we have got so many snakeheads to catch. We have only caught 5. 5 and 4. We've got 4 on the leprechaun buzzbait, and we've caught 5 on the Irish crayfish. So, lots to catch, everyone. 4.25 years, Cat. Goodness gracious, everyone. Give a round of applause to Cat, our moderator for 4, well, not a moderator for 4, but being around for 4.25 years, but being a moderator for a fraction of that as well. Gotta love it. They need to stop raising the level cap. I agree. They need to put out locations that you just have to pay for or something like that. Yeah, they don't raise the level cap, but you have to pay $10 to gain access to the new location. Hey, how are they supposed to make money? Come on, you come up with something. Come up with something that people have to spend money to do so that it keeps the company going, but also doesn't raise the level cap. Hey, something? You're coming up on your 1-year modding, yes? No? I don't know. Anywho, I need to stop talking. We need to go, I think. Let's see, where should we go? Is there a particular place we should be fishing for these things? I don't know. But I figured we could try. Everglades is always a solid place to start. We might catch some other fish while we're there too, so let's just give it a shot. Let's go to the Everglades. We can obviously go somewhere else too. Which of the starting legs would you most recommend unlimited license? I usually recommend like Lone Star is a good one. If you're really hurting to spend stuff, maybe Emerald. I just don't like buying unlimited license. I don't find them that useful, and then they get to a point where they're just ridiculous to spend money on. I mean, let's see. We can't even, unlimited is 180 bait coins. That's a lot, you know? That's just for Everglades. They get even higher and higher after that, and it's really not that big of a deal. At some point, you're going to be making so much money that the licenses are just not something you think about. And maybe you'll get that way with bait coins, but I doubt it. Let's go a friends only room. I'm gonna switch to a buzzbait. We're going to see if we can catch one on a buzzbait. Buzzbait. Let's see. Nice music, Bo. Thank you. I am listening. This is called a Celtic Soundscape. We've got a playlist of Celtic songs to listen to for St. Paddy's Day, so this is great. I haven't read off the chat yet to say hi to everyone, so we should probably do that. This is the Popper Pint. We might catch something on the Popper Pint, too. Just cast out. Let's see. See if we get snagged up first cast or something like that. Let's see. We got Basin Fruge. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Oh, there's our snag, and we got a lily pad. First cast, off to a good start, catching something green. That's got to be good luck. Catching a green lily pad on St. Paddy's Day. Gotta give me a bait coin for that or something like that. Hello, Ben. Dark Punker. We got Fishing Kid 12. Cod Killer. Inter-X. Kagizo. Peter. Cat is there, of course. I'm gonna have to cast on the outside so we don't get snagged, hopefully. Need to figure out proper rhythm for this thing. Oh! That's something anyway. I don't think it's a snakehead. We probably got a decent largemouth, maybe. If it is a snakehead, it's small. Nah, it's gotta be a bass. Little peacock. Top-notch trophy peacock to start us off. Not a snakehead, but that's decent. Of the different things you could catch off this, I suppose trophy and unique fish aren't too bad. Anyone from South Africa? Ooh, we got some South Africans in the chat, eh? Ooh, there's something. That's something a little bit bigger. That's gotta be a good sign. That's gotta be a good sign right there. Oh, yeah. Maybe? Fingers crossed. I think it's another stinking bass. My goodness gracious. Golly. Tell me if the music is too loud too. I know specifically with these like I just did the video and the Irish songs, I had to make those because they're so high pitched with the flutes and whatnot. I had to have them quieted down more than any other song I've ever added into a video before. Usually most songs I put into videos, I have at like negative 24 decibels. And the Irish songs were at negative 32. Semmel, I can't even read that name, it's so long. Goodness gracious. Well, thank you for the sub, I appreciate that. Where do you go fish to find snakeheads? They're all over the place right now, man. Any place that has a clover, I think that's another snake or another bass. Any place that has a clover over the name should have snakeheads, I believe. Happy St. Paddy's Day. Happy St. Paddy's Day to you as well. Trophy butterfly. You know, the darn thing is we might need to go somewhere else that doesn't have so many fish going, but it's keeping us from making so many casts that aren't catching fish, I guess. But if we just keep catching bass with every single cast, it might get to the point where it's hard to catch something that's not bass. Oh. Oh, we lost it due to low line tension. What? Beezy Hub's biggest fan. That's because Beezy Hub is no more. It's like claiming to be the biggest fan of the, I don't even know. What's something that is no longer called that? I'm tempted to move. Let's cast around. We'll kind of try different spots, I guess. Just began for you. Wow, the Weeping Willows grind. This style of fishing is so unfriendly to reading the chat because I'm like constantly watching this popper. See if it's about to get exploded on like this. That is a bass. Gotta be. Gerald Bates gifting memberships left and right. Good night. Thank you, Gerald. Golly. It's moments like this that make me wish that my celebration thing wasn't so long. It ought to just be like a bing! Thank you! And then move on. 3 second. Bing! Dragouts in the house. How's it going, man? Whoa. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good one. I like that one. That fish looked a little different. Of course, you can't see it because there's so many darn pop-ups. Here we go. Now we're done. We're done. They can't hurt us anymore. Bjorn can't hurt us anymore. Silent Cat, how's it going? Pro streaming on Sundays call for celebration. Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I thought we better get into this because we're doing kind of a special Wednesday live stream, so we're not going to be playing any St. Paddy's Day stuff, so I figured we needed to do another live stream to do strictly St. Paddy's Day stuff. But this Wednesday, I'm actually pretty excited. We have the 3 dev guys from Voodoo Fishing and I are going to be doing a live stream playing Voodoo Fishing on Wednesday, so I'm kind of excited for that. That'll be fun. Good time to give you a chance to kind of ask questions about the game and see some more fishing in Voodoo Fishing. It's a fun game, and the early access is coming out March 31st, so if you enjoy a casual fishing game to play with friends, that is going to be a fun one coming out. Alright, there's our first one, 25 pounds. Ooh. We got him. That's awesome. 939 XP, $772. I think I'm gonna move spots. I can't quite recall either. Maybe we should switch lures. I don't know. Here, let's switch. I just want to switch it up too. Let's switch up to a buzzbait, maybe. Shouldn't have brought so many lures with me. Do that. Got swim bait. I'm gonna hide all the crankbaits and minnows. We don't even have any of those. Let's see. Hide those. Hide those. We do have a casting spoon. I don't think we have any bullet spinners or anything like that, so we'll hide those too. Here's the buzzbait. Hide the pilkers. It's too light for the rod. It is not too light for the rod, you crazy thing. Alright, let's try this. A perfect glare right now. Do you agree we need ice fishing in Fishing Planet? I mean, maybe. I'm not really sure I understand. I just didn't grow up with ice fishing, I guess. I could see where it could be fun, but it's not too much different than having alarms go off, I guess. If you're fishing with multiple rods. Otherwise, I find the jigging in a hole in the ice and just jigging up and down, I find that to be the most boring thing in the entire world. So I don't understand that piece. But if you're just having like multiple holes and you have the little tip-ups or whatever, and you're waiting, you know, you're waiting for a bite, and then you run over and grab one, and then another one goes and you run over and grab that. Like, I just don't see that as much different as having alarms. Like, if you enjoy that sort of fishing, you are gonna love carp fishing, because it's literally just sitting there waiting for an alarm to go off. And you don't even have to sit out on the ice in the cold. It's fantastic. That's something here. I'm thinking that there are just way too many bass that go after these. Even though there's some great areas to cast at the Everglades for the snakehead and stuff like that, I'm thinking bycatches are just gonna be too much. Let's go ahead. If we get bored of casting and not catching anything, we might come back. Let's go to Mudwater. I feel like using these larger hooks, we're gonna catch less bycatches, I guess, and mainly just catch snakehead whenever we do get one. Though if it gets to the point where we're just making like 3-4 casts plus with nothing getting caught, then we might go back. Just because catching fish is fun, is more fun than not catching anything. Neherrin, because it's a little tighter, might be a good place to go as well. Versus coming to Mudwater and just kind of casting out into the river. Watching your videos level 14, looking forward to the experience of leveling up. Hey, top notch, man. Yeah, no, that's definitely the fun of it, for sure. I've always thought the progression in Fishing Planet was definitely the like largest driving factor in the game. I love games where your hard work pays off in the game. Like, you can upgrade your gear, your character seems to get better almost. We don't have a skill tree or anything in this game, or attributes in any way. But I just love games like that, really. You feel like you're getting better as you level up and target larger fish in different areas and whatnot. Buzzbait on this river might not be the best, but I'm not sure if it's going to make that much of a difference, to be quite honest. What's going on here? Fish Club boys, thank you, thank you. What size hook for salmon at Caney Creek? I don't really know off the top of my head. I want to say probably size 4/aught, maybe. I don't know. I could say for the bigger like Chinook salmon and stuff like that, I might even go up to like a size 6/aught or 7/aught, maybe. I can't recall. Cannot recall. I don't remember. I have lots of videos. If I were to go back to Caney Creek today, the first thing I would do is go through my videos and see what size of lures I'm using. So just realize that anytime you ask me what size of anything, rods, reels, lures, hooks, sort of thing, I might be able to give you an estimate just off the top of my head. But if I were to go do it, first thing I would do is watch one of my own videos just to remind myself what I used. So I guess I could save you the trouble in the future if you're wanting to ask me a size of something. I keep waiting for the $2 thing. We've had sub animations and all sorts of stuff play this entire time, but this one is not playing. And those are the coolest ones, I think. The donation animations. How do I change my keep net? I'm level 5. You go into your character, or you see your keep net or your stringer, and then you replace it with a different one in your inventory. So this little box is sort of your gear, equipment, and whatnot. That's what you would replace your new keep net or stringer with your stringer in your inventory. Kind of how it works anyway. You know, just like the other day, my computer is kind of struggling a little bit with these Fishing Planet maps. I can see it jitter-jatter, skipping frames here and there. I'm wondering if I need to update my graphics card. Might be the culprit. Using Irish bass and Irish crayfish. Okay, there you go. Sunday stream, what a treat. Hey, heck yeah. Well, I was hoping and give a chance to some people that don't usually get to show up. I was wanting to start earlier, but my wife and I got busy working on packing and whatnot for our trip on Friday, so I got distracted. After this cast, since we're still not getting any attention, speak of the devil, had a small largemouth come up and try to grab it. That's the first attention we've had this entire time. Let's switch to a different lure. I think what I might try is spinnerbait. See the spinnerbait being pretty good here. 37.85 pounds. That's a great one, man. Mine is good golly. What was it? It was in the I'm already forgetting what it was. $24 maybe? Or 24 pounds? I got distracted. I saw the Gerald Bates thing. My goodness, Gerald. Thanks for the Sunday stream. Well, thank you, my friend. Good night. You're helping pay for the backpack I had to buy spur of the moment. We were packing all of our stuff up, and I was just like, this is not fitting. I looked at my wife, and she was like, maybe we need to find something else. And I was like, there's nothing else. Like, this is just a mistake. Like, I need to get a bigger backpack. And so thank you. That goes towards my backpack fund. You didn't know, but it is. Oh, golly. Thank you, Gerald. I appreciate that. Is it green water everywhere or just certain spots? It might just be certain spots. It might just be the shamrock areas. The maps that have shamrocks over the names. For some reason, the spinning reel is kind of struggling to keep this spinnerbait up. Which is wild, because it's kind of at the lower end of weights. Oh. Rowdy bass. Are you serious? Got a rowdy bass at the very end. Top notch 26-pound rowdy bass, too. Oh. Fish in Fishing Planet is your favorite just looks. What's my favorite fish in Fishing Planet? Just going off of looks? Oh, golly. What would you think? There are some cool fish in Fishing Planet. Monster fish are neat. Look at this thing. I mean, come on. How can you not think that's cool looking? That's looks like something I would make as a kid. Draw a whale with a bunch of spikes all over it. Armored big head. Kind of that fossilized looking fish from back in the day, prehistoric times and whatnot. That's a cool one. They have the giant squid, of course. That's a neat one. 286 pounds. I don't know. There's a lot of cool fish in Fishing Planet. I'm not sure I could pick just one. Makes it kind of difficult. Zombie, or the black vampire gar. Fun one. I used to say, I'll say this. Back in the day, I used to say that the terror tarpon was one of my favorite fish. And let's see if I can find it. The terror tarpon was my favorite fish, specifically because I enjoyed how it had hooks coming out of it. There's not a lot of fish in Fishing Planet that have like physical additions added to them. You know, they have spikes and horns sometimes if they're holiday fish. I guess the piranhas, the little mech piranhas are kind of a different one as well. But I'm trying to find the darn terror tarpon. Okay, ghost bass. Boy, we have years and years of different fish. Boy, even they have Christmas lights on them. That's kind of fun. But yes, the terror tarpon, wherever he may be, has hooks, like big treble hooks sticking out of him. And I always thought that was pretty cool. Anyway. Whatever. Stayed awake to watch the stream. It's 2 a.m. Hot dang, Peter. Well, I'm glad you could make it. Whoa, there we go. Golly, on the drop. On the drop, he hit that. Slaughtered it. He slaughtered it. How do I catch the snakehead? Oh, well, it's easy to follow the mission because the mission literally tells you which lures to use. And then it's just casting out in the different areas that you can catch them. We tried Everglades. Caught one in the Everglades. Now we're at Mudwater River. There are multiple places you can catch them. We were catching too many bass and stuff, and I thought maybe it could be affecting how many northern snakehead we were catching, so I thought we would switch to Mudwater. And sure enough, I mean, this is our first fish that we're catching in Mudwater, and it is a snakehead, so what can you say? Ooh, low line tension. He came straight for us. He's coming right at us. There we go, 26 pounds snakehead there. Good night. We are struggling. Look at the skipped frame rates. Can you tell how jittery that is? My computer is struggling, man. Well, we got him, though. How far does your line go? 426 feet? Or are you asking someone else? You're in the middle of class right now. Are you a whole day ahead of us? Goodness. One bow goes... It's Wednesday and one other day, right? Nope, just Wednesdays. Just Wednesdays. So I reckon we're not going to catch another one for a good while. But we'll cast for a bit. Can you friend me in Fishing Planet? You can always try. I think our friends list is maxed out. I asked Fishing Planet to raise the number up, but they still haven't done it. Ooh, we had something giving us some attention there. Little lad. Ugh. If you attach the crayfish to the spinnerbaiter or the bass jig or the buzzbait, you can complete more than one lure. I don't think you can. Because it specifically, I noticed this year, at least it doesn't act like you, or it doesn't seem like you can. It specifically says that you have to catch the Irish crayfish using the emerald jig head. So if you put the crayfish onto something else, you wouldn't get double because you have to use the jig head specifically. Now, I haven't tested that, but I reckon, let's see, we were using the buzzbait back then, so we might have attached the crayfish onto the buzzbait and caught both of them at the same time last year. But it seems like this year they amended that. I don't know. Maybe not. The Angler versus Fishing Planet. Yeah, exactly. The Angler versus Fishing Planet. What's a good comparison for that? Hi there. How you doing, little boy? Got Prince Oslo. Or I guess King Oslo. The newly crowned King Oslo. It's storming pretty big time. He's never been afraid of storms, but today it's been storming all day and he's been hanging out with me, so I don't know. Did Mom put stuff on your paw? Is that why you came down here? You ran away from her? Just got the Grayling Wrestler. Very nice. Watching the stream while doing some St. Patrick's Day missions. Nice. Good deal. Are you also on Steam, I guess, when you try to look up my name? From many viewers, so yeah. Well, of course, Dragio. You know how it is. And you got to go. Maybe you can hop on later, but you're currently a little busy. Hey, sounds good, man. Well, I hope to see you later. Gerald Bates helped us out on our backpack issue. Allison. Yeah. He didn't know, but he did. He didn't know we had to make a last-minute backpack purchase today. Any tips for unique elephant? You know, a while back, what were we doing? We had some sort of game we were playing in Fishing Planet. I think it was called Catch That Fish or something like that. You might be able to search through our videos and find a short series called Catch That Fish or something like that. And I literally had a bunch of bizarre fish in the game, and the elephant fish was one of them. And we would spin the wheel, and then whatever fish it landed on, we would go try to catch it. And so yeah, I think in that episode we caught like a unique one. So you might give it a search and see if you can find the episodes. $7.57? Wow. Is there a chance for crossplay? I wouldn't hold my breath on it. It doesn't seem... I mean, this game's been out for so long. I think if there were going to be crossplay, like it might be for Fishing Planet 2 or something like that, you know? Years from now. But I wouldn't... I think Fishing Planet is just going to stay the way it is. I think I'm going to give this spinnerbait maybe 1 or 2 more casts and call her good. Switch to something else. I don't know if it's better XP-wise than the Maldives. I don't know. I'll say just personally, I thought Norway was more fun than the Maldives. I don't know, something about the boat and the style of fishing, using bait and all that sort of stuff was just more my style, I think. Maybe I've gotten lazy over the years. I don't like casting so much. I just enjoy throwing bait over the edge and waiting for a bite. And you can fish with more rods that way, you know. Alrighty, let's see what we can find now. We could try the clover spoon, maybe. It's a little light for this rod. Well, I don't know. Oh, we could try it on the casting rod, though. Let's try it on the casting rod. You go keep packing, but you don't wanna. I feel like we'd be doing much better if we just caught one snakehead and then moved on to another area. And that way each snakehead just costs us like $1,600 or something like that from traveling. Guess it depends on where you go, but oh, this might be a snakehead actually. Oh, different rod, different rod. Oh yeah, baby. I'm talking about. Is Norway good? I enjoy Norway. I think it's a fun place. Full of big fish anyway, and the largest boat in the game, so. Or at least capable of catching the big, or, you know, showing off the biggest, because it's got that crane on the back, so you can show off the biggest fish. I think that's pretty cool. I think Angler is more arcade. That's why I was trying to come up with a good comparison. Like, comparing Call of the Wild the Angler to Fishing Planet is like comparing like Cabela's big game hunts to The Hunter or something like that. Like, I'm sure there's people out there who love looking back and playing those Cabela's big game hunter games, but like, they were pretty arcadey. Like, I played them when I was 4 years old, and I just kind of clicked on things and made my way through the game. It didn't take a lot of brain power. But you know, I enjoyed it. So what can I say? Here we go. Here we go. That's our... Oh, okay, so Northern Snakehead, 24 pounds. Not bigger than the last one. It kind of looks bigger. When I pulled it up, I was like, wow, that's a big fish. But it's actually smaller than the last one we got, I think. Pretty sure, anyway. 26, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But that is our second one, and we haven't changed time or anything. I wonder if we should we... Let's cast this one or two more times and just see. Otherwise, we might just keep switching lures and see if that just continues to give us bites. Of course, we did probably cast a good 12 times or more in between those bites, so who knows. You assign Irish bass jig to the crayfish, it will count as two tasks at once. That's what, I mean, either you or someone else said. I explained my case. It didn't seem like that would be the case anymore, but maybe they just put it down in text but didn't fix it. The mission specifically says that you need to use the Irish, the crayfish on a jig head, specifically. Doesn't say that you can put it on the back of a buzzbait or put it on the back of a bass jig. So that would make you think that it doesn't work, but maybe it does. I'm yet to see someone that goes, no, it still works despite that. I just keep seeing people say, just do it. Because last year we did it, but not this year. We haven't done it this year. Maybe the next location we go to, we'll try it. We'll see if it works. See if it's a bug or not. You can get clover coins with golden coins or pay real money. Yes, you can use bait coins to buy clover coins if you want to. Do you get bait coins for every... You do. You get bait coins for every rowdy bass and leprechaun fish. I haven't seen anything about the pacu, but there used to be like a horseshoe pacu or something like that too. But I haven't seen anything about it this year. Hi. So I don't know. Try to go for the boat. Is it worth it to buy the Green Fortune event pack? You know, do what you will, man. If you think if you have 7 days that you can spend some good amount of time on it, you're gonna get the rods, you're gonna get all the lures, you're gonna get the horseshoe stringer, and then you can try to catch all the snakeheads that you need to catch before the event's over. If you can catch all those snakeheads before the event's over, yes, you will get that boat. I mean, it'll be pretty sweet for 14 bucks. You got a bunch of stuff. And next St. Patty's Day, you can wear all the clothes from the event all again, celebrate the St. Patty's Day and all that jazz. But yeah, it's whatever's worth it to you, you know. If you don't care about St. Patty's Day and getting a leprechaun top hat and all the other stuff and the little boat isn't that big of a deal, then it probably isn't that good of a buy, you know. I hate the all-day events because you have to grind so much and they are pay to win. Oh, well, I tell you what, there's certainly some events that it has taken me like years to do. Probably because I just don't give it enough time. But for people who play this game every day, you know, it probably doesn't take all that much time. I mean, if I were to catch, let's see, 13, 15, 11, 7, 14, 12, 17, 30, I mean, there's like 100 fish there. But if you're playing every day and you're catching, you know, I don't know, 5 to 10 per day, over 7 days, that would get you 70 fish or something like that. So it might take you till the next year during this event to even complete it. But that's just kind of how it goes. We've caught, what, 3? I think we've got 3 so far. And I think we would be doing better if we were literally just catching one fish. Since we have $1 bazillion, it'd be easier for us to catch one fish, leave, go to a different location, catch a fish real quick, leave, go to another location, and just keeping that rolling. If you had a lot of money, I think that'd probably be the quickest way to catch them. Maybe not if you just keep getting pop-ups and stuff. Let's try a heron. Oh my gosh. You're a rebel. Here we got a friend request. Oh, he's sending received marks. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna go here. You did the crayfish on the buzz and spinner, and it worked on both. Okay, right on. Did it work Irish bass and crayfish? Interesting. All right, well, let's try it then. Let's see if it works as designed. Let's try. Should we try the buzz bait? I was like top water lures. I think top water lures are fun. We'll do that, and then we'll throw on that crayfish on the back. Do 2 at once. If it still works. You're tying fishing flies. Ooh. Come on, Snakehead. The Buzzman Tambaki, is that it? Doesn't work this year putting them together. Rock chalk. I tell you what. I'm not up to date on everything going on, Vicky. I have heard that we are in shambles, though we come back. I don't know. I haven't watched anything, any sports. I really just don't watch sports at all these days. I keep myself busy. And, yeah. I don't know, maybe I'm boring now. I've become an old man that doesn't watch sports. It's like the worst kind of old man. Didn't work for you for both? Well, we're gonna try it. Whoop! There was a little hit there. I just know we have 5 on the Irish crayfish right now, so if we catch one and we get 6, then we're all good. The event pack is different on every platform. Really? That's interesting. 4 not fish poppers in Everglades for basses. You can catch lots of unique. Ooh. Okay. Do I know when the event ends? Not off the top of my head. I reckon it might even be this weekend. I cannot remember. I think, was it like 12 days? You have 12 days to do it or something like that? It's something like that. Or let's move over here. We don't catch something over here. I'm going to move over and cast around that tree. Submerged tree. Another spot I like. This is your favorite place to catch them snakeheads? Oh boy. Where's your favorite place to catch? Are you casting in the same place as I'm casting right now, or do you have a specific place you like to cast? Why would leaving help catch fish? Because it helps with the spawn rate. It resets it. Though, if it's behind, if the code is like, you know, you catch one every 12 casts, no matter where you are, then it wouldn't matter if you left or not. It wouldn't matter if you changed time or not. Kind of like when you would fish for sturgeon at San Joaquin. And you catch 3 or 4 or 5 sturgeon, and then you can switch time and you can catch 3 or 4 or 5 sturgeon again real quick versus sitting there and waiting for half an hour and waiting for them to bite again. You can change time and increase the bite rate, spawn rate of the fish. Similar process, I guess. Similar theory. Check. Whoa, at the very end, are you serious? Look at this dude. Look at that, it actually did work. $25. Why do I keep saying dollars instead of pounds? What is my deal? Well, that is it. That is number 6. So you can see here. We got number 6 on the Irish crayfish. And we got number 1. Where are you? Oh, we got number 5 on the buzzbait. So we're 1 behind on the buzzbait. But we did get both at the same time. How about that? How about that? That's crazy. The woody enchantment spawn to the left and to the right, you can catch them. Which is that? The woody enchantment. Okay, so you were casting at that submerged tree. Why can't you do the spin of fortune on console? I don't know. I don't know. They haven't implemented it? I don't know. There's something. Little smallmouth? Little smallmouth. 2-speed might be a little quick. Might be right on the money. You know? Is the Amazon maze the best spot to get the rowdy bass for bait coins? I don't know. Maybe? I really don't know. I was catching the rowdy bass and whatnot at Mudwater. I thought we were doing just fine. Right? In the video today. We gonna get snagged up in those weeds? Let's find out. I've ever caught a muskie in real life or in the game? What are we talking about? I'll tell you this much. I've not caught one in real life. I've caught plenty in the game though. I was actually talking to a muskie guide on Facebook Messenger like 2 days ago. But he said he had openings in September, like the literal same week that I'm gonna be in the Amazon, so just wasn't gonna work out this year. You fish the snakehead at the off-peak time. Ooh, really? I reckon because they are an event fish, it is possible you could just catch them at any time. They're kind of unique, right? They don't really follow the usual rules. You're doing good in Chandler Play since I got hooked on this dang fishing play. Love the content, vibes, appreciate you too, bro. Can't see we're chatting my damn country. Ah, well, no trouble. Doesn't bother me none. I appreciate you being here. That's a gift enough, man. Do you think they will add trophy lodges? You know, for years we've been asking for trophy lodges. I'm not holding my breath, you know, but it's one of those things where I still hold on, like, maybe, man. Shoot, if they added a trophy lodge or something, but you had to buy the key, you just had to spend $5 or $10 to buy the key, I'd buy the dang key. I want a trophy lodge in Fishing Planet so bad that I'd spend $10 or, I don't know, 500 bait coins or something, you know, for a key to a trophy lodge. I'd do it. If that's what they need to hear to put a trophy lodge in Fishing Planet, go for it. Do it. I'll buy a key to the lodge. I just need like another goal, you know? I need an entire house full of places to mount fish so that I'll go out in the Fishing Planet and catch a lot more uniques and stuff like that. I'd do it, man. I would. Now, if they added an aquarium, I would not do it. They'd have to give that to me for free. I hate aquariums in fishing games. I am anti-aquarium. I know some people are like the exact opposite, how they hate seeing like static fish on a wall, and they would much rather it be an aquarium. And you know, I don't know. There's certain people who would rather, I don't even know. There's certain people who would rather get a gift basket of fruit versus an ice cream cone or something like that. You know, oh, you keep your ice cream. I'll just eat a nice freaking apple or something. Like, okay, apple guy. Well, you eat your apple then. Enjoy your. I'm gonna eat ice cream like a normal person. You know. That's kind of how I view the aquarium versus trophy lodge debate. Now, I have fish on my wall. Do I have an aquarium with a 26-inch tiger fish on my wall? No, I don't, because that's not what people do in the real world. You know? You don't catch a 43-inch red drum on the coast and then go, oh, I can't wait to put this in my aquarium at home. That's not what happens. I don't want that in the game, because I wouldn't do that in real life. You know? But I'm one of those literal people too. I when I play like a role-playing game or whatever, I choose every single thing as if it were me doing it. I have a hell of a time playing like evil characters in video games because it feels like I'm going against like what I would do in those situations, and it's hard. It's like you finally get oh shit, what is this? This is for the bass jig. Oh, interesting. You finally get a pouch of gold or whatever, and then a woman and a baby comes up to you, and they're like, oh, you found my pouch of gold. I'd be like, oh, my bad. Well, here, take it. I wouldn't be like, ah, too bad, snooze you lose, lady and baby. I just never been one of those people. Well, we haven't caught one since. Of course, we have been moving around, haven't we? You would think, despite not catching one, we have been casting around so much that perhaps we would be catching a second one anytime soon. But you never know. You never know. Blue Crab Island standing out by the barge. All 3 coin fish and snakeheads are there. Very plentiful without changing time. Really? Standing in the water out by the barge. How are you standing in the water by the barge? I didn't even know you could stand in the water out there. Maybe I gotta go out there. Three more casts. If we don't get it in 3 more casts, we're moving. Did you just say lady and baby? I said lady and the baby. Are you making fun of my Midwestern accent? That hurts deep down, DG squared. It hurts me inside. Well, we got something. I don't think it's a snakehead. You type in using, but I won't pop up. You know, if I don't pop up, then I would just give up. I don't know. Like, if my name should pop up. If it doesn't pop up, then something's wrong and it's not worth it. Don't freak out about it. Having me in your friends list honestly does not do anything most of the time. It's not. I very rarely do a friends only game, and if I do, then it's usually like a spur of the moment thing. Like, I'm here in the Heron. If you wanted to join my friends only game, you could, but in 15 minutes I might move somewhere else. And so, are you gonna follow me, or like in fishing? It's always like that. So, there's really not much else you get out of it. It's not like I sit here and chat with all of my friends in Fishing Planet or anything like that. If you want to chat with me, join Discord. I'm always chatting with people on the Discord. But if size is to scale, it would be worthless to me. If size is to scale. Are we back on the whole aquarium versus taxidermy sort of thing? That's another thing you see at aquariums. A lot of times if they do an aquarium sort of thing, they'll like scale down a 6-foot tarpon. Oh, was that a snakehead? They'll scale down a 6-foot tarpon to like look like 3 feet long or whatever, so that it doesn't look too big in the aquarium or something like that. I hate that. Scale is such an important thing in these games. One more cast from afar. I feel like I didn't see what fish. I was reading the chat, or I was looking up. Can you please? No, we're not continuing it. The whole playlist was a road to blue crab. We made it to blue crab, and we're ending it there. We're gonna be doing a new playlist, or like a beginner series this summer. So I'm just gonna hold off for that. Gosh dang it, man. Had another nibble there, but I missed it again. Alright, I'm giving up. I don't even care. I don't even care anymore. So you missed a whole bunch of it, I'm assuming. Yeah, no, you haven't missed a whole bunch. It's the same as it's always been. Casting a bazillion times, catching one fish. Casting some more. Do you play on PlayStation? I do not. I play on a computer. Okay, so you're saying Blue Crab Island, Snakeheads, where you get the crabs in the trees. I got the crabs in the trees close to like the starting area. Here, let's see, Vicky. Let's see if we can figure it out. I feel like we might get into trouble. Let's try this. I'll feel a lot safer using this around blue crab. Why do you need 30 lures? I don't know. Spun until I got 30 bass jigs. Okay. If you knew, but the signs that had lures on them, you can spin them indefinitely. I stood there and spun it until I got 30 bass. Is that because you had a bunch of coins, or no? You didn't spend like 30 times coins on it, did you? Because it's changed into like an arcade sort of thing. It used to be, you know, you could hit something and it would give you like one award. You hit the pot of gold or whatever and it'd give you like one lure. But now it's changed to like an award, like arcade system. So you get clover coins and then you spend the clover coins on lures. It all says it on here some. So you can use 1 clover coin for an emerald jighead, 2 clover coins for an Irish crayfish, 3 clover coins for a clover spoon. So hopefully you didn't just spend 90 clover coins just buying 30 Irish bass jigs. Hopefully not. But you know what? If so, then you have a bunch of Irish bass jigs. And they might be great. Alright, Vicky, where I caught all the crabs were in these trees over here. Like, right off the start. In these trees and, like, the weeds over here. But the barge is way out here, right? Three floats and using a lure stringer full in 2 game hours. My goodness gracious. What's up, Legendary? How you doing, man? So you can stand in the water over yonder. Yeah, over there. Are you standing in the water over there? 400 bait coins? Wowie zowie. That's gonna help. Right here, Vicky? Already have the line. If you have the line, just head over there with a float rod that can cast a good distance, and follow our last video we put out about it. Cast in that location and give it a shot. Got them all done in the Everglades corner finally. Ooh. Yeah, I suppose if there aren't a lot of like fish that go for worms or grasshoppers here, this would be a good way to like just target the fish specifically, you know, the St. Paddy's Day fish. Decide to hunt for him. I'm sure a little 47. Should I go back to sturgeon or should I stay at knee pro? Do whatever you think is fun, man. You're in like the sturgeon grind, so do whatever you think is fun and keeps you playing the game, essentially. You are to everyone here. Appreciate it. Hey, well, the more I try, you know, I try. Like any school teacher or sorts, I get testy at times, you know. Lay down the hammer, but that's how things go. You can only talk about how many times Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue before you go crazy, you know. I can only explain what to do before level 48 so many times before I just go completely insane. Oh, there's a bite. So I upped to this 40-pound rod because I thought if we got hooked into a snook or something like that, it would make it a little bit easier. This is my salmon special rod. For Kearney Creek. Kearney Creek. Is the next map gonna be fresh? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Here we go. Snakehead number 1 at Blue Crab. 28 pounds. What is the biggest one that we've caught? Goodness gracious. We're yet to catch a new PB. We must have caught a big one at some point. Go down. Let's see. Scroll through 1,000 fish. We're at 12 pounds. It's crazy that over half the fish in the game are under 20 pounds. There we go. Our biggest one is 28.451. So that last one we caught was pretty close, honestly. 28. Oh, yeah. So off by 0.4. How about that? Nice. Fishing at Weeping Willows for carp or fishing for Siberian taimen better to get to blue crab. Gotta be the carp. Just more consistent. More consistent, more just fish after fish after fish, and you don't have to move. You don't have to spend time moving. I guess you do spend time throwing out spod, though you could use a method lead or something of the sort, a cage, and throw your method out with every cast. And then you wouldn't have to spod. Using grasshopper flies and bloodworms. Yeah, it's true. I was not I'm not trying to catch rowdy bass and stuff like that, so I don't really have any interest throwing out the baits and stuff for the leprechaun fish and rowdy bass. But yeah, if people are looking forward to getting some bait coins and stuff, I don't want to brag or anything, but if I want bait coins, I just ask for them. You know. But I would love to catch me some snakeheads. Now that seemed like a sizable fish. I don't know if this is a snakehead. Making me thankful that I have this rod instead of on the other rods, though. Struggling to catch it on the frog popper, huh? Well, after we leave this place, we might try the frog popper. I could see the frog popper being big in like close quarters. Boy, it is another snakehead. Vicky, I will say this much. I feel like that's the quickest snakehead we've caught back to back. Out of all the locations. So, I mean, maybe there is something to this blue crab, you know? That's great. Let's keep it going. .7 is the biggest this horseshoe thing can hold. Okay, that gives us a good idea. They probably don't get any bigger than that. If you're fishing on cloudy days, you can just try savory baits instead of sweet baits. But I do find that it's usually more beneficial to just skip the cloudy days and just go on the sunny days. But, I mean, if it's at the point where you're skipping like 8 days to get to one sunny day, then it might be worth just trying to get some savory baits and just try and, you know, throw a krill or crab or, I don't know. Something savory. That's a permit. Over by the barge, by the trees. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Try there too. Damn, I'm scared. Rare koi carp. Yeah. Different designs of koi carp, colors and whatnot. Could be kind of cool. Here's that dang pilot trying to find my fishing spots. Watching from Scotland. You're halfway through this, man. It takes a while to do, but I suppose it's better than completing it all in one day. That's true. That's true. They at least give you a week to do this stuff, right? And if it doesn't work, usually you have next year to work on it too. I mean, I can't tell you when I got this pack. I'm sure we could get an idea though. Here, let's look. Let's see. Now I can't even see. If I had my templates, I could see how far back I got the templates. If it's like, you know, for instance, if it was like before we got the DLCs for Kaiji no Ri or something like that, you could tell I probably had this pack for years and just never did. Though I will say a lot of times we end up going on some sort of spring break trip or something like that that makes us skip this event. I know for years I wasn't even at home to play this event. So, there's a fish. Could be a good sign. Vicky, if this is another snakehead, I have to say, I think this location has given us more snakehead than any other location so far. I bet not. Oh, it's a red drum. Ah, that's funny. Ah, that's different. Yeah, I got excited for a second. I thought we had got another snakehead. It kind of, even from a distance, whenever you saw it, you were like, oh, that could be one, yeah. G'day, g'day. How's it going? How we doing on likes? I've been seeing we're kind of jumping back and forth between 130 to 150 people watching. So surely we're at like 120 likes right now, eh? Plenty of space from the top of how many people we have, but you know, still a decent amount of people who actually like the stream. This new YouTube display thing doesn't tell me how many likes I have, but I bet it's got to be around 120, right? Surely. I'm gonna give this 2 more casts. If we don't get anything, we might move to get closer to that island and see if it's better there. A unique 120-pound taimen. Wow, very nice. You're getting after it. Gotta go now. Have fun. Hey, take care, Vicky. Thank you, thank you. Well, appreciate the recommendation. We're gonna be chasing them for a while. Alright, one more cast out to the side. And get in the boat. 64! Ah! Surely we have them. That's funny. Take care, Vicky. Rock chalk. Let's see. Last cast here. Last cast. Alright, let's move on. Do you have the inside scoop for the next Modern Day Outdoorsman trip? I know that this Friday we're headed to New Zealand. And we're going to be headed down to the South Island to chase some goats around up in the mountains. And we're going to spend 4 days camping out in the mountains in New Zealand, which I've never done before. But I'm looking forward to it, and I've had to completely change up all of my gear. Because I had to, like, for both my wife and I had to pack, you know, clothes and food and stuff like that for 4 days. Plus, we have a camera bag full of all of our camera stuff. So it's quite a shindig. It's been a heck of a time trying to get it all to fit. You know? Big fan, first time in your live stream. Hey, top notch. That is kind of what's fun about streaming on different days and at different times, is that sometimes allows people that normally don't get to make the stream to join in. I know at some point someone had mentioned that the event fish, they catch them during the down periods. Well, this is the time where they could show off if they wanted to, because we are out of the peak fishing period right now. Like the popper, I had difficulty to go for it, but I keep missing them. Level 103, I should know by now. I don't have any. I can't even get them myself, eh? I'm still working on them. I'm learning as I'm going. I reckon I just go as many mistakes as I can. The more mistakes I make, the faster I learn, you know, how things work. You gave me credit that. Always look forward to reading about your Amazon trip each month. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. Well, I love that. Saw.com. How's it going? If we don't get one during this one, I'm going to switch the time to the other peak. See if it gets better. Oh, we snagged. Okay. I got excited for a second there. I think they should pump the value of. I think they should pump the value of all the catfish in the game. Specifically the blues and the flatheads. That was a quick answer. I had that, you know, cocked and ready. Is St. Croix worth going to? Well, it's only one of the best places in the game. Is St. Croix worth going to? That's like asking, is Emerald Lake worth going to? Check out the Essential Beginner series. That'll help you out. The playlist on the channel. I got 20 plus and more on the way. Really? We're supposed to get hit tonight. It's been raining all day long, and now it's supposed to snow tonight. I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of thinking that the roads might look like a hockey rink out there, but we'll see. I will say Milwaukee does a pretty darn good job de-icing the streets and stuff like that. There's very few times where I've woken up and, like, I mean, once you get out to the main roads, they're completely clear. Like, they're pretty darn good at keeping the roads clear. I've been impressed. Well, we're not getting too lucky out here by the barge, are we? We were catching them kind of back to back over at the other location. Is it worth the $5? You're only level 25. I don't get it. Just go there when you're high enough level. You watch the Essential Beginner series. Watch the Essential Beginner series. That answers all questions. What do we get? We got a blue crab. How about that? You crazy thing. Yeah, throw that guy in the brig. Throw him in the brig. You're a bad guy. Throw him back, I guess. Okay, I'm kind of tired of blue crab. I'm just gonna keep mixing it up. We're just gonna keep moving places. Keep it interesting. I don't want to get bored. I don't want people to look at me and go, "Look, there's Bo. He's back a blue crab." That guy. He's always fishing a blue crab. You lost power twice today. Yeah, I'm glad I came back on. Goodness gracious. Sounds like we do have some bagpipes playing. We're listening, if you haven't been here from the beginning, we're listening to a playlist called Celtic Soundscapes. Kind of getting a mixture of flutes and bagpipes, and there was a little bit of singing at one point, but I don't like the songs that have singing, so I skip all of them. Let's see if we can. Usually Quanchkin is not my friend, but we'll try it. And catching the most snakehead in Maroon River, bringing them in back to back. Really? Wowie zowie. Maybe we ought to go there. Shoot, why did I come here? Let's try it. Gotta say level 20, very nice. What's your favorite type of fishing? Bo, personally, I've been very much into bottom feeders and nice to just have a bell and relax watching YouTube. That's exactly my style. Absolutely. I love setting a bunch of rods out and just waiting for a bite, man. I love it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Let's try. I am thinking. What am I thinking? I am thinking. What am I looking for? I'm like trying to find it. If I can find it, then I'll know what I'm looking for. Here, let's try a walker. I was gonna say let's try the frog. But also, let's try a walker. Caught some good bass out of this spot. I want to say the only unique largemouth I've ever caught in this spot, or in Quanchkin, has been out of here. This is going to be a little largemouth, I'm pretty sure. Spotted bass, what are you doing, crazy? Let's see, Dilly's Pickles just caught one. Still times 30. He's over there. I see you over there. Well, if we still don't catch one over here, we might go over there. The sport rod's worth $5. No, they're not. Don't buy those. Watch the Essential Beginner series. You're in Green Bay? Oh, very nice. I was in Green Bay. Let's see. I watched... No, just one. I was going to say, I watched two, but I think maybe it was just one. I went up to Green Bay and watched the Packers game. It was a preseason game last year. Probably the last time I was in Green Bay. Though I've been told multiple times that I need to go back and take their stadium tour or something like that. So maybe I'll go back there at some point. Leah Maria. That's a fun name to say. Leah Maria, Leah Maria. Kind of sound, if you say it really fast like that, it kind of sounds like you're saying a spell or something. You're cursing someone. He's over here. Let's see where he's fishing. He caught a snakehead. We're gonna steal his spot. We're spot stealers. Now you're a millionaire. Woo! That's a cool hat. fishing planet and the struggle to understand this event. It's not too bad. I'll say there's a lot of different missions doing various things, but otherwise it's not too bad. Something. That looked like a snakehead. Hooked up! Hooked up! That guy just caught a buzzman tambaki. Alright, I see you over there. I was a noob to this game. Thank you, Elijah. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Sod. And you're level 20. My goodness gracious. I think you're in one of the most fun parts of the game. Level 20 and around there is just fun. You have a lot of different areas open to you. You can go fishing for the walleye, you can go for bass, you can go for trout. You know, you got options, and there's no really, like, you're not feeling the stress of huge grinds of fish. So enjoy the lower levels around level 20 and even into 30 when you get after the pike and stuff like that. I think going after the pike is one of the easier grinds. Get in there, snakehead. Yes, 22. 22. Cheddar Rob, where are you? Cheddar Rob just caught a snakehead as well. Oh, I would love to host carp fishing tournaments. I'll say this. I don't think that it will become as big as bass fishing, simply for the point that there are a lot of people who are against carp in the United States just because they're not a native species. They've been around for so long that they could be considered a naturalized species, but people will always consider them invasive and doing damage to native populations. I didn't realize that there are so many people who consider like pheasants and like brown trout invasive species, but there are collections of people who consider both brown trout and pheasants as like an invasive species that shouldn't be in the United States. I would go out on a limb and call those people extremists, though. And I honestly don't think that common carp do any more damage than a smallmouth buffalo or a bigmouth buffalo. And I think that since the 1970s, carp have been considered a trash fish and haven't been eaten or harvested or removed from our waterways. And so for 50 years, carp have just been multiplying, and they're all over the place now. And no one's been removing them except for maybe bow fishing guys that have been shooting them and just tossing them on the bank and making everything stink, and wasting food to another thing. So it's just if you had the same amount of smallmouth buffalo and bigmouth, it'd probably be doing some pretty big damage too, eating eggs and rubbing up the bottoms of the lakes and stuff like that. I mean, that's just what those fish do. They go along and they eat all the worms and they dig the bottom of the lake out and eat all the different things they find in there, shells and whatnot. It's it's interesting. So to go back to the original thing, I'm not sure if carp fishing will ever get as big as bass fishing, just because there are always going to be a collection of people who consider them invasive. And not worth, making a big deal about in the United States. But I do think it's going to get big. I think it's going to get bigger than like catfishing. Like the idea of like that there's a segment of people that there's like, I'm a big bass angler and I'm a big catfish angler. I think carp fishing will become a bigger thing than catfishing. I think it will be pretty much between it'll be like bass fishing, and then there's always going to be like fly anglers, which fly anglers go after, you know, go after carp too. So they do like fishing for carp. So I'm not going to really count. I don't think fly anglers are really in that audience. But if we're going to count out people who go fly fishing, it's probably going to go bass fishing, carp fishing. I'm going to count out, like, I'm speaking like strictly freshwater fishing, I guess. Dialing it in so much so that it definitely goes in my favor. For my argument's sake. Thought was the Halloween pack last year. Been using everything I've learned from those videos. Otherwise, doing great at Moose Lake right now. Hey, top notch, Zane. Glad to hear it. I'm just like casting everywhere right now. Sure, it's doing the same like benefit for us because we've already caught a snakehead here, and now we're just trying to catch another one. I reckon we're quite a few fish away from catching another one. So. 2.5 pound bass. What GPU you running? One that clearly needs updated right now, evidently. I have a 1080 GTX 1080 Founders Edition. But for the last 2 weeks or so, we've been really struggling with frame rates. All right, take care, Norgard. Got one of my 4th of July fish in this little stretch. Florida bass are invasive. You are the extreme of the extreme. I think they're what the black bass in Florida is probably one of the, or I guess there's more states around there too, but it's, you know, that's probably the only stretch where they are actually like a native species, right? Once they get out to like Washington and Oregon and stuff like that, they could be considered like an invasive species at that point, right? I reckon even bass in like Montana, the largemouth bass in Montana would probably be along the lines of being an invasive species. Got 4 sharks, but you're going for Marlin. Oh. Oh, had something go after it. I wasn't watching it. I was trying to read the chat. Could try the frog popper. See if we have any luck with the frog popper. Enjoy the process of mixing it using PVA bags, etc. Man, once you find a good spot, you are going to love it. Carp have a way of kind of just like, they remember locations, right? And they'll stick to them. So once you find a good location, whether it's under a bridge or around a sunken tree or something like that, like those carp are almost always going to be there. And if they're not there, then they might be at a place, you know, 50 yards away or something. And they might cycle through those places weekly or daily or, you know, whatever it might be. So if they're not in one spot, they might be in another spot, you know. They're just such an interesting fish. Let's try the frog popper. I need just one pop and letting it sit there for a little bit. It's probably the best we're going to do. Slow, but if we get a bite, then that's all that matters. Well, Dilly just caught another one. We gotta go back to where he is. Pike is better. It's certainly bigger than bass. I do like a good sized pike. That's exciting. Big old mouth on them too with teeth. It's pretty fun. What frame rate you getting? I don't know. I'm sure at times it's 60. Certainly seems like it's kind of going between like 30 and 60. Yeah. I think it's the NVIDIA driver making it worse. Yeah, after this live stream, I think I might update it. Just to hopefully get it in a good spot before our live stream on Wednesday. And a half marlin, a shark bit your marlin in half. My goodness, that would be quite a deal. Goodness gracious, man, that's wild. Heston, how's it going? River monsters, and they said something is in the works. Good tip for the carp. Thanks. Yeah. Amazonian maze pack caught 2 arapaima and leveled up twice already. Yeah, that sounds about right. Depending upon your level, I guess. I'm gonna give this frog popper like 3 more casts. Nah, switching lures again. I'm okay using slow lures if you actually catch fish, but if you're using slow lures and you're not catching fish, it's just like banging your head against a wall. You mean I'm using this incredibly dull lure and I'm not even catching fish? What's the point? God, they have muskie jumping over here? What's the freaking fish jumping? That's supposed to be a pickerel? The biggest pickerel I've ever seen. Yes, I'd watch the St. Croix beginner series. I mean, I'd watch the beginner series altogether. See what level you are and just start at that video. Oh yeah, no, it's holding on. That's for sure. What is the next map gonna be? Good question. I don't know. Let's try the bass jig with the crawfish on it. Are you still in Steam? You talking to me? People think because the state stalks them, they're not. The concept is peacocks eat the cichlids, but a peacock isn't going to pass on a bluegill. That's a strange concept to have. I don't know, but that's like throwing in common carp in the lake and being like, yeah, but I heard they eat zebra mussels, so let's stock the lakes with common carp. It's like, what? That's such a weird way to think about that. Especially when you just have drum that eat zebra mussels. I mean, you'd think the largemouth would eat cichlids as well. I don't know. Ah, strange. Strange deal. Alright, I'm switching to the bass jig. We're going to throw on that Irish crayfish as well. Try to hit 2 fish with 1 lure. Two lures with one fish. Hit one fish with two lures. 2 birds, 1 stone, 2 lures with 1 fish. Something good interest there. Not really sure the best technique for a lift and drop. You would think the best technique for a lift and drop would be like reeling the line tight, lifting it up, and reeling in the slack or something like that. But that's just a twitch. Like watching the fish lure movement on the far right. I'm in focused mode right now. I don't know. Then you peed in the lake and now it's green. You know, that's just the asparagus, I guess. Has a funny smell and it's green. In this world, move over, Mr. Beast. Got bow angles here. Well, thank you. I'll take that compliment and run with it. I'm probably gonna post on what would be the best way to get a hold of Mr. Beast to let him know that I'm actually the best YouTuber in the world? Say, listen here. And I'm gonna give you a chance to win $800,000 if you can become the best YouTuber in the world in 24 hours. Should be a good saltwater map for level 60, huh? We are not having very good luck right now, man. What is the deal? Tried the Stout Walker. Guess the first one we caught was on the Stout. Let's try a popper. Another snow lure. Otherwise, my game plan is about to go right back to where it started. Catch one fish, move on to new area. Catch another fish, move on to another area. I reckon you could catch more fish quicker doing that. That or you just need to switch lures, man. I don't know. Rockport, Texas for your birthday. It's on April 19th. Wow, very nice. Your spring break, so you'll be able to make your live stream this Wednesday. Oh, very nice. That's awesome. Wow, unique spotted bass. Did not expect that. How about that? Well, you know what that means. Wake up them unicorns. You gotta do something around here. Are they just gonna sit around all day waiting for something to happen? Good night. We'll keep that guy. You know, I might even mark it. Just for the heck of it. There you go. Marked. Marked. Spotted bass. Uni. Cookie Crystal. She said you'd know what that means. Cookie Crystal. I don't even know how to make that one. You know, I've never tried putting the crystals in the mixer. Is that a thing? Can you put the crystals in the mixer? You've opened a whole world to me. We have yet to try and put the crystals in the mixer. Little chain pickerel. Yeah, we're yet to put anything but the buds in the mixers. That's interesting. We've opened a whole world of possibilities. Whoa! Thought that fish was going after my lure for a second. Just caught the Mudwater fish monster, the old dendro fin, eh? Whee, I think that's a snakehead. That's a snakehead. Live fish and meat with blood. You know I've caught the biggest snakehead in the world. You know that fun fact about me, right? I got a picture back there with my hands on one. Purple tiger, people call it. Yeah, you ever seen the video of me catching purple tigers? Get in here. Get in here. 25-pound northern snakehead. Alright, alright, alright. See that? You see how I did that? Still dirty? He's still dirty. Despite the showers. He's been taking showers like crazy. Who do you think you are? Exactly right. What? I am using the turtle, but I have not caught me a single time. You're using the turtle spoon at Rocky Lake and you're yet to catch a Tyranno trout? That's not good, because you gotta catch a lot of them. Have you seen the latest video we put out for the Tyranno trout? That's not a snakehead. That's not a snakehead, you crazy chain pickerel. How can I catch the fish without it? It's one of the tasks. Reckon you have to go to the place where the the spoon is. It's one of the missions, I think, that shows you where all the lures and stuff are. Oh, is that another snakehead? Got back-to-back snakeheads. Guy's putting up a fight. I thought he was an alligator gar at first. This would be one of those like easy situations where you just step off the edge of this little wooden walkway. I'm following it left, I'm following it left, and then you just step right off into the water. I like all these lily pads with them stacked up on top of each other. They are kind of festive. They kind of come across as clovers. I reckon Quanchkin Lake is probably one of the most festive St. Paddy's Day places in the game. This guy putting up a fight, bro. Be 14 years old. Wow. Make a cool map. Yep, I have said for a while now I think Australia would make a good map. 26-pound northern snakehead. Wow, wow. Dude, we caught that guy pretty darn quick after the last one. It's a good sign. Hopefully. I don't know. Can't catch anything at Quank. Quank. So you can go to Emerald Lake and spend 3 clover coins to get the clover spoon. There you go. Just like that, Snakebite. We got you, bruh. Got your back, man. Your grandma's bird escaped? Bro, those things got wings. How are you supposed to catch a thing that got wings? It's gonna be flying all over the place. I heard of weeping willows is good for something because there aren't as many blocking fish. Yeah. We kind of just been bouncing back and forth to different places. We started at Everglades, and I mean, it's true that a lot of the fish go after the same lures, so we quickly left Everglades and went to different places. But yeah, we've just been kind of bouncing back and forth between places since then. Another song with voices. I agree. I think it would be cool. Maybe they could do like a Thailand, you know, like one of those lakes or whatever for exotic fish. They could do one of those for Thailand. And then they could have like the Mekong catfish and like a big stingray or something like that and a Siamese carp. And they could have giant snakehead in there and all sorts of stuff. That's my idea. I've always wanted an Indian map too. I thought an Indian map would be kind of cool to have the Mossir and like goonch catfish and stuff like that. I don't know. There's a few pretty giant catfish that they have over in Asia. Be a big one. Missed it, man. There's something small. It wasn't a snakehead. Sure made a big splash, though. Asian redtails. I'm not sure what an Asian redtail is. I know they have redtail catfish from the Amazon over there, just like they have arapaimas, but I think catching a arapaima or a redtail catfish in Thailand has got to be like just as exciting as shooting like a fallow deer or, you know, or an African game in Texas. Like, it's just like, okay. It's not even that you can't hunt for those. Like, there's plenty of places to hunt for fallow deer in Europe, and there's plenty of places to hunt for African game in Africa. But you're shooting it in Texas. It's just so lame. It's so lame to me. I don't know. You have this opportunity to go to a different country and explore their culture and see how they've been hunting these game for hundreds of years, and instead you're going down to some ranch in Texas and shooting some animal on some guy's 2,000 acre fenced in property or whatever. It's just so boring to me. I would rather go hang out with a bunch of ex-poachers in Africa and listen to them talk about how they used to hunt rhinos or something like that, and then be tracking down a greater kudu or something like that, and, you know, hunting for them in the African bush than I need to stop. I'm just gonna get worked up talking about it. What else could they have in India apart from goonch in the mahseer? That's a good question. I don't really know. Just various types of mahseer. How many different types of mahseer are there? I don't even know. Have to do some research to find out what other fish are in India. I'm sure there's got to be a bunch. Got to be a bunch. It's a big place. Let's try over here. We haven't tried over here yet. Try that frog popper over here. Yeah. And you know, if that's just not how that is, that I don't know. Like, it's if you can't go to another country and experience it, then that's just not. That's just how it goes. Like, I don't. Like, I would rather. It's a weird thing to say playing a digital fishing video game right now, but I would rather experience the real deal than a fake deal. You know what I mean? Ooh, that's a snakehead. We're doing pretty good here, guys. Especially with this popper. This popper's been popping off. Probably not, because them goonch catfish eating everything. Now, they've got to have something in there that they're eating. You can't just have big predators or whatever in those streams not eating anything. Come on. It's elementary, my dear Watson. Where are we fishing right now? We have a bunch of swampy trees, some wooden walkways in a swamp. Where we go? Where are we? Where are we right now? It's the price. Yep. It's like people going to the zoo to see a tiger instead of going to India to see a tiger. Or something of the sort. Siberia. I suppose at that point it all comes down to the experience, eh? If you were to see an African elephant and you go, yeah, I've seen an African elephant. Yeah, I've seen an African elephant too. Where'd you see yours? Oh, I saw mine when I was in the Serengeti on a safari. And, you know, it was out there and it was cool being in a place that they've lived for, you know, how many years? Thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. Northern Snakehead. 26, almost 27 pounds, that one. Then the other one goes, oh, nice. I saw mine at the Dallas Zoo. You know, both seen an African elephant, but does it make any difference? I don't know. Does it make any difference the experience that you had? Maybe only to the person who experienced it. Another freaking pickerel. That almost rhymes. frickerel pickerel. I was almost spot on. Switch back to the frog popper and see. I don't know. This popper's doing pretty darn good here, though. Oh, something. Let's see. What should we try? Should we go back to the buzzbait too? We could go back to the buzzbait and then we could throw on the dang Irish crayfish on there. Try that. We also have not tried. What were some of the other areas? Someone had said Weeping Willows. Is that really one of the areas we can go to? Lucky pot swim bait. Yeah, I mean we haven't even tried that one yet. Slowly figuring out. Haven't tried this little stretch either. Might get snagged. Caught a lot on it. Well, that's good. Well, we're gonna need to catch a lot on it too. Ah! All right, I'm ready to move spots. Quanchkin has been good to us, though. We got to remember that place. We've caught a good few fish there. Are we gonna do another fishing series? We are. We're gonna do another beginner series this year. We're waiting on Fishing Planet. Fishing Planet's working on some stuff. We're waiting on them. Let us know they're done. Tell you what, everyone, I'm gonna go use the. Gonna go hit the head, as they say. But I'll be right back. So watch this fun old ad that I made a long time ago.
BZ Hub halftime show, not sponsored by any of these brands.
It even
now
says
take it
BZ
away,
Hub.
Dwarven Pirate. Aren't you tired of not being a part of the ship of BZ Hubbards? Well, Are you? Support Bo and the BZ Hub by becoming a member today for only 2 measly doubloons. And if you're feeling extra generous, become a Hub Lord for only 10 pieces of booty a month. But if you've got treasure bursting from your pockets, become a Hub Master for only 20 doubloons a month.
And that's a great price.
And if you ask Bo, he'll say I'm cutting this a little short. What? Wait, is that a height joke? Curse you, Bo! Avast ye, matey! Agar!
And now, a glimpse into the future.
Actually felt pretty good.
Shamu!
I like that episode from John B. It's aggravating because all those, and they keep getting views. I mean, you freaking. Oh man. Oh, that was fun.
Now, back to your scheduled broadcast.
I just wanted to say thanks.
Welcome to the BZ Hub Halftime Show, not sponsored by any of these brands. Now, take it away, Dwarven Pirate. Arr, aren't you tired of not being a part of the ship of BZ Hubbards? Well, are you? Support Bo and the BZ Hub by becoming a member today for only 2 measly doubloons. And if you're feeling extra generous, become a Hub Lord for only 10 pieces of booty a month. But if you've got treasure bursting from your pockets, become a Hub Master for only 20 doubloons a month.
And that's a great price.
And if you ask Bo, he'll say I'm cutting this a little short. What? Wait, is that a height joke? Curse you, Bo! Avast ye, matey! Agar!
And now, a glimpse into the future.
Actually felt pretty good.
Shamu!
I like that episode from John B. It's aggravating because all those, and they keep getting views. I mean, you freaking. Oh man. Oh, that was fun.
Now, back to your scheduled broadcast.
I just wanted to say thanks.
Welcome to the BZ Hub Halftime Show, not sponsored
All right, I'm
by
back.
any of these brands. Now, take it away, Dwarven Pirate. Arr, aren't you tired of not being a part of the ship of BZ Hubbards? Well,
Let's do it. Let's do it. We got a few more to catch before the live stream's over. I mean, we got a lot more to catch, but probably not going to catch them all during the live stream. So we can't go to Weeping Willows, but we could go to Lenny Villah. Now that would be an interesting place. Let's try it. Beginner location where there's probably just about nothing that would go after these lures except for Snakehead. Could you imagine being a beginner player at Lenny Villah Fishery and catching a snakehead? That would take you by surprise. Black Boat Caster. You get 2 lucky coins for just logging in during the event. Snakebite should be in your specials tab. Ooh. Red-Eye Piranha looks so mean. It is mean. The old black piranha. Got a mouth. Got a mouth like a tennis ball. Takes chunks out of things. I was gonna say, are we gonna catch a fish on our first cast? Such a serene lake for such a boring place to fish. They need to up the game at Lenny Law. Do I recommend grinding the salmon at Caney? I don't recommend it, but I recommend going and fishing for them. I'm not sure if a salmon grind would go very well, but you're welcome to try it. I think everyone during the sturgeon grind should take a break and go fish for the salmon at Caney Creek, just because it is fun. But yeah, I'm not sure it's going to do all that well for you. It's not going to be as consistent, I suppose. But you can certainly still go there and have some fun. Well, if the buzzbait's not going to do us any good, maybe we got to try different lure. Different lure. 7 coins now. Figuring it out. Okay. But not Lenny Villa. It wouldn't make sense that there would be, because there's no shamrock over the name. So it'd be kind of surprising. It doesn't appear to be an event location. But I was wrong about the bass jig and the crayfish, eh? So maybe I'm wrong about this too. I don't know. The Norway map? We caught the cod so quick. It's surprising. Got hit by something there. There's something. Good night. Old pike. Are the so see that is interesting. So the mission actually tells you different locations than where the event says it's going on. So yeah, the mission actually does list Weeping Willow. But if we go out to the world map, you'll see Lenny Villa has a shamrock over it, but Weeping Willows does not. So it doesn't appear to be a location where the event's going on. But yeah, sure enough, Weeping Willows. Well, let's go to Weeping Willows and see if we can catch one there. Guess that explains why, despite my stellar attempts to catch a fish at Lenny Villa, we didn't catch one. That explains it. That explains it. I knew there must have been something wrong. Couldn't have been my fault. How do you buy the stuff with your clover coins? You go up, there's a big old golden shamrock that'll be kind of like this coin, or this sign. It'll be like a big golden horseshoe. God, I'm just saying all sorts of stuff right now. It'll be like a big golden horseshoe, and it'll have a lure in the middle of it. And you just go up to it and you press the button or whatever, and you're in. You get your thing. Think we can catch a snakehead at each lake? I thought I had a buzzbait for some reason. All over the place right now. I'm yet to catch one on this Irish bat. I'm just really not finding a good way to retrieve it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we should get the catapult. Is it next to a specific spawn point? Yo, Thor, you're in the chat and you're in the chat. You're in 2 chats at once. Crazy, man. He's crazy. And Fuji. There we go. Ooh. Watch this be a common carp. Common carps be crazy. They saw that crawfish going by and they're like, "Oh, you're mine." They don't get that big belly by just passing up everything that goes by them. I will say, I do love the detail on this reel. It's pretty. Can you see it? I know my camera is kind of in the way a little bit. But it is a pretty reel. You got the little wooden handles on the lever there. It's nice. Yeah, we used a topwater frog of sorts. Used buzz baits too. Not buzz baits, whopper plopper. Caught a couple snakehead on whopper ploppers. Your username won't pop up. Fuji 12 is for you. Oh, very nice. I don't know why my name won't pop up either. You did them all on weeping? Yeah, I know. I just get tired waiting around waiting for a bite. I'll make 12 casts or so, and if I don't catch anything in 12 casts, I get bored and want to go somewhere else. It's not that I don't think I can continue catching fish there, it's that I'm trying not to be boring. Trying my hardest, you know? There's always a little bit of tension in the air when you've got 115 people watching you and you've casted 12 times and you still haven't caught a fish and you're like, okay. Anyway, let's go somewhere new. Yeah, last live stream we were at Weeping Willows and we were just at one spot and catching multiple uniques over and over again. You're telling me no old news. We're all caught up on this. Dumbledore dies. Snape dies too. Splash, splash, splash. £25. Very nice. 7 p.m. and it's now almost 3 a.m. Jeez Louise. That's early, man. So that is our first on the bass jig. Weeping Willows is bright. Trying to recall. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty cool. I got polarized glasses and whatnot. Spoilers! Come on! Let me tell you about a little book called Lord of the Rings. I don't want to spoil it, but they do throw that ring back into the volcano. Yeah, it sort of like ends evil in a way. It is a cool looking reel. Just got some good detail on it. There's some good Halloween reels. I think there's a lot of like, there's some Halloween gear that has good detail on it too. Let's move. Let's see. Well, that's our problem. We're on the same lake still. We gotta go somewhere else. We're running. You know what we need? A Segway. We need a Weeping Willows Segway. Contagious. Team Contagious. Three-star lift and drop. Hot dang, man. Hey, top notch, Fuji. Glad it helped. Getting tapped by things every so often, but we still haven't really nailed one. Let's run. Let's run somewhere else. So many weeping willows here. Oh my god, that's where it gets the name. I see you over there across the lake. Maybe I need to go over there, across the lake. I haven't caught one yet. Whoa! Hooked up! Hooked up! I suppose we could take chase if we wanted to. Oh! Low line tension. We don't need to lose one due to low line tension after all this. Hello there. What retrieve do I do with the buzzbait? Just a constant straight retrieve right along the top of the water. I'll do a stop and go beneath the water too. The buzzbait is just so universal, versatile, I guess I mean to say. You can toss that thing on top of the water. If you see fish below the water at a certain depth, you can take it down there. Fish will go after buzzbaits like crazy. Yeah, it would be cool to see them added in permanently. You could add the bullseye snakehead to the Everglades. Whoop whoop. Bjorn's on the hunt. Robert Agnes! A wild Robert Agnes out there in the bushes. In the bushes. This guy's putting up a fight, man. I hope he's a new PB. That would make my day. He's like not even a snakehead. He's like a Wells catfish or something. Dude, 100 feet? Are you serious? Where are you going? You just drug us out 130 feet after fighting us the entire time. What's up, Roy? How's it going? Decided to go play Fishing Planet on PC now. Okay. Cool. Come on, man. Get in here. Get in here. Be a new leaderboard. Top of the leaderboard fish right here. He better be. He's put me through enough trouble. Put bow angles at the very top of the leaderboard. Let everyone know I'm the best. This thing's gonna weigh like 24.5 pounds. Oh my god, he's at 8 feet. 26 pounds. What are you doing? This is the hardest fighting 26-pound snakehead in the game. That is crazy. You crazy fish, what were you thinking? That's wild. Yeah. Well, darn it. At least you kind of know your way through the game. You'll go through a lot faster on the second time, I bet. Ooh, I'm gonna go out on this bridge. I've never done that before. Ooh, bridge. I like it. Let's do it. Why does the head look like that? I agree. The head could use some work. It could use some work. Could use a facelift. Wish you could sync mobile accounts with your PC account. Yeah, I bet a lot of people would. What's the best bait for Greenland sharks? They seem to be the only one that really likes that seal blubber stuff. But if you fish deep enough, they seem to go after pretty much any chunk of meat that you throw down there. To the point where the Greenland sharks kind of get annoying after a while. You're trying to catch something else, and then all of a sudden you catch another Greenland shark, and you're like, my god. Wow, that's cool. way easier now. I bet so. That's usually how it goes. What map is this? What map is this with lakes and all these weeping willows next to us? I don't know. It escapes me at this moment. I'm just joking. It's obviously weeping willows. Obviously. Yeah, I didn't think you could do that either, but I mean, been working. We can catch one more, we'll have, we'll be all done with the Irish crayfish, and then we won't have to use it at all. This spot ain't working, let's move somewhere else. With a cool boat. I got you. Yeah, I reckon once you get into the 50s and stuff like that and leveling gets kind of difficult, like a DLC like that would really be cool. Would make a difference. Save you some time. When you try, you catch a Greenland shark or a porbeagle. You know, I was never able to catch like a big porbeagle. But, you know, would be cool. Yeah. Greenland halibut, we just always seem to catch those things when we weren't even trying to. Seemed like if you went to those peaks that you're catching all the cod and stuff on, if you just drop one to the bottom and just let it sit there, we seem to catch Greenland halibut there. Caught Greenland halibut at all the places that we weren't catching the regular halibut, essentially. One more level, then something new. Hey, there you go. That's something to look forward to. Ooh. I'm already tired of this spot. There's no fish here. Looking for a lake trout trophy. Oh, very nice. That's cool. We're running around and we don't know where to go. Blop, blop, blop. Lure used for normal. You can use the normal for the, golly, word jumble. You can use the lures for normal fish. Whether they're any better than any other lure, I don't know. But you could certainly try it. There are certain event lures or special mission lures and stuff that are better than normal stuff, but you know, I can't say I've ever noticed anything difference between these St. Patty's Day ones, you know. 44-pound, very nice. Flagellum. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. How you doing? Oh, someone just went after that for a second. We're getting interest at this spot. I've had two different nibbles. It's third one. Golly, on the same retrieve. They're really fighting for their life. I agree. What line is it time to replace it? 30%? Yeah, 30. I mean, anytime, really, what I think about is like, if I'm putting online, do I think it's going to break by the time I'm done fishing at whatever location I am? If I'm planning to go to Weeping Willows and spend 2 weeks there fishing over and over and over again, do I think that this 40% line might break before I'm there? I might replace it at that point. But if I'm only planning on going someplace for 2 or 3 days, I don't think it's going to drop 30% in 2 or 3 days. So I'll probably just use it, and then after those 2 or 3 days, if it's down to, I don't know, 23% or something like that, or 19%, maybe I'll consider replacing it then. But you have to think, I mean, if it's at 30%, and you might use even 18% in one fishing trip, you could just use that 18%, or you could get brand new line, and now you got brand new line at 82% because that 18% you used on your brand new line, you know? So it's just, you just have to think about it. How many days are you going to spend at the location with that line? Hey, top notch, Clownsy. Glad to hear it. It's at 50% and I'm level 88. Ooh. No, at the very end. No, he was coming, he was there. Sad day. Why do you have to wait so long to get to us? Wait until the lure was literally coming out of the water to go after it. You also decided to pop in. Well, I'm glad he did. You know, I always, you know, if you're gonna, even if you see I'm online and you don't plan to stay long, pop in, say hi, give me a chance to go, oh, there you are. Cheddar Rob. Is that how I say that? Cheddar Rob, where you been? You know? Kind of like, what was that old show? Cheers or whatever? They'd all go, Norm! Give me that opportunity to go, Cheddar Rob! Where you been? You know? And then you hit the like button and leave. I don't know, matter to me. Make my day. Jacob. Okay. Helped a lot. Hey, top notch. Glad they have. I'm glad they've helped in some way. I get a lot of comments that go, "Boy, this guy just talks the whole time." So it does mean something. I'm tired of these snakehead. They're too spooky for me. I see him going after the lure and whatnot, but they're just not biting it, and I'm over it. You know, you guys deserve to stay in here, you freaking freaks. Yeah, freaking freaks. Freaking out over everything. I can't tell me how many nibbles they came up and nibbled this freaking cray and then just swam off. You guys were watching it. There's probably 5 or 6 of them that came up, nibbled it, and then swam away. Hey, thank you, Fuji. Appreciate it. Multiple spools of partially used line. I I do wish they had a quicker way of getting rid of stuff like that, for sure. Hey, speak of the devil. There it is, the Lucky Charm Catapult of Weeping Willows. That is a catapult for us to use. We can go into our inventory here. That Lucky Charm. Replace the Rudolph Antlers one, of course. Someone asked us, does it matter what time it is for Snakeheads, or do I need to fish at peak time? What time are we? I fish at peak time, but there are people who claim they bite at all times. Got any advice for after 52? Just catch carp, man. Lots of carp. You're in the carp slog. Catch carp until you can move on to Maroon River and fish for catfish. Unfortunately. But you're also in that kind of area where if you were considering buying an ocean DLC or something like that, like, this is probably a good time to do it. The 50s are a pain. They get a little bit better once you get to like Maroon River and Amazonian Maze and whatnot, but until that point where you're like, even once you get to the Congo River, you can take a breath and be like, ooh, okay, I finally made it to somewhere decent. But up until that point, it's rough going. Decided to grind bait coins. Not a bad thing, man. You can get pretty good prizes just from bait coins, you know. The Elite Trio, hello. Hey, there we go. I do still need the walker done. This one will at least cross off the Irish crayfish, which will be nice. I don't think we've caught any with the stout walker or the stout swim bait. What is it? Is buying the St. Patrick stuff a good deal? It is if you enjoy the whole thing. I made a whole video about it. You can watch it if you want to. If you think that having a St. Patty's themed shirt and boat and hat and glasses is fun, then it's totally worth it. If not, then no. Don't worry about it. Move on. Maybe the 4th of July is more your thing. You know you can get a fishing rod that is a sword in that one? The fishing reel is a cannonball. I'm not even making this up. The fishing rod is a sword, and the reel is a cannonball. Real thing. Get in here, Snakehead. Come on, you. Ugh. After this live stream, I'm gonna curl up in bed with a book and read for like an hour and a half. I hated reading for like, I don't even know how many years. Reading was so boring to me, but for some reason I hit like 31 maybe? I hit 31 years old, and then all of a sudden the idea of laying in bed and reading a book was like top 5 things of my day. And I've done it ever since. I've read more books in the past year than I have for I don't know how many years. Crazy. Anyway, sitting here fighting the snakehead just made me realize how much I'm looking forward to reading a book. Had to let it break. My goodness gracious. It might have been a rowdy bass. Who knows? Gotta have a good cozy reading. I agree. I agree. There we go. That's gonna complete the crayfish, Irish crayfish lure that we needed. That is one out of many. Catch snakeheads on the Irish crayfish, 11 out of 11. Boom! Done. That's right. And if we catch 6 more on the buzzbait, we'll be done on that one too. Which I kind of want to do. I will say, I love Weeping Willows because it's technically like multiple bodies of water all in one location. And I've said this for a long time about the carp, and people have just said one thing or another. I'm actually going to keep the crayfish on there because even if they're going for the crayfish, it doesn't matter because we're gonna get credit for it on the buzzbait as well. So let's keep the buzzbait on there and the crayfish. So gives kind of 2 different things that the fish could go for in a way. I don't know where to cast. Keep your eyes out for moving fish. Can I do this challenge at level 20 if I buy the pack for the horseshoe? Yeah, I do think you can because you'll get these 2 rods, right? The Lucky Spin 8'10", and you'll get the Irish Harper. And it'll give you all the lures and stuff to go after it as well as the Horseshoe Stringer. So, and it'll give you what am I thinking of? The pond passes and licenses to fish these locations. So, you'll be able to fish these locations despite not being a high enough level, you know? Only for 7 days, though. So, kind of plan it out like Sunday would be a perfect time to buy it, because you would be able to keep it until next Sunday. So you'd be able to have all week to play Fishing Planet and fish, but then also have Saturday and Sunday to fish as well. So honestly, right now could be the perfect time to buy the DLC because it'll make the most of your 7 days. Make sure you end on a weekend high note. Are any of the glasses in the shop worth it in your opinion? No. Nah. It honestly shocks me at times that they put the bait, like it is truly like an aesthetic choice. You know, if they were only going to include it in DLCs, then they could have. I guess it was nice of them to give a bait coin option in the store if you wanted to buy one. But otherwise, yeah, there's no need. There's no need for them. Yeah. Yep. And the boat's nice. I mean, I remember back in the day when I was doing the Halloween one, like, just the idea of getting the Halloween kayak was a big deal to me because I didn't want one of the boring normal kayaks. I wanted something special. So to be able to go after the Frankenfish and get the Frankenfish kayak was like a big deal to me. So getting the Halloween DLC or whatever with all the baits and stuff included was super cool, you know? I was excited about that. Oh no, these lakes are combined. It's all one lake. Oh no, our plans are ruined. They're ruined. Should we change locations and then change the time maybe? Let's try it. Let's go to the next day. This looks like a proper English day. This is what I remember from fishing in the United Kingdom. And the darn thing is that if you look at the forecast, it'll say it's raining all day long. And then it'll end up looking like this and just sprinkling on you from time to time. It'll be like basically somewhere between a mist and a drizzle. But on the forecast, it'll say 100% chance of rain. And it's like, okay, you guys, you're counting rain as too much here. I can't plan my day when you're saying a drizzle is 100% chance of rain. From the Christmas event? I got you. See, and you can get glasses from the St. Patty's event too, you know? Because it is expensive. I mean, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. I mean, early on, if you're like level 20 or something like that, maybe it would be a cool little thing you can get. But you have to think that by the time you get to Blue Crab or whatever, you're going to buy a better boat. So if you're I would say if you're below level 40 or something like that, it could be kind of cool to have a boat without spending any actual like in-game money on it. But otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it. You're just going to end up buying a bass boat at level 54 anyway. We started at Everglades. It did look good for snakeheads, and it was okay. We got a lot of bass too. You'd love Fishing Plan to get a weather update. What would you expect from the weather update? Just out of curiosity, like what would be like worth it as an update? Like better rain and all that sort of stuff, or what? I want the rain to feel more like rain. Give you like status updates. You are wet. Seek shelter. Find a fire to warm up. Tornadoes, hurricanes. You go to Kaiji no Ri for a nice trip on the water, and yet you have 50-foot waves knocking your boat over and stuff like that. You like the storms in Norway? I got you. What about on just like I don't know, like Mudwater River? What would you see as like a weather update? Biggest fish caught. That boy Obama. What in game or in real life? What are you talking about? You've been fishing for snake. Well, you got what do you got? 7 more days, really? So you might be fishing for 10 actual days. That's why the event lasts for, you know, over a week, to give you time to do all this, you know. That's kind of the fun thing about the events, I think, anyway, because it does make you feel like the A-team. Like you're called to action, you know. It's not just like, oh yeah, I'm level 46 and I'm working to get to level 50. I'll play a little bit today, maybe play a little bit in a few days, and a little bit next week. And so, like, no, you have 12 days. Better make it happen, or you're gonna have to wait till next year to do it again, you know. I do like a rush like that. It calls you to action and make you actually act on things and go do it. I love that. Clip the red wire, everything's gonna blow up. You need things like that in your life. I am not seeing fish jump anywhere. I don't know where to cast for the life of me. Mickle's over here catching unique mirror carp. Let's go here. This is where we started. We started here and immediately caught one on like the third cast or something like that. In game. Let's see. I think it's a swordfish. I haven't been trying really hard to get bigger ones. Ooh, we did have something go for it. He hit it and then swam away, unfortunately. Maybe he'll come back though. It's nice to change pace to level up. I agree. Come back. Come back for it. Oh yeah? Them fish be crazy, man. Maybe he just meant to hit it on the side to scare it away or something. You can make up a story about that. Whatever this is, I'm not sold this is the particular day to fish for snakehead. I keep forgetting to look at my leaderboard and see what my biggest fish is. I'm pretty sure it's a swordfish. It's not even a unique swordfish, I don't believe. We did catch a unique swordfish. It was on the early access account. We don't even have it on our account. Oh, we do have a unique swordfish. It's not massive by any means, but it's 1,100 pounds. That is our biggest fish to date. 1,100 pound unique swordfish. Second is a trophy black marlin. We have the butcher shark. Fun fish. And then we have a Greenland shark. Not even a unique one or a trophy one, just a regular Greenland shark. So we got room to work up, I suppose. I'm moving to the next day. You think we can catch a snakehead at night? $65 kg sturgeon. I was 13, almost got pulled into the water. Oh man, that would be exciting. No big, I mean, that's cool. 65 kgs. What would that be? 100 and, see, at least 130 pounds, maybe 150 pounds, maybe? Gotta be somewhere around there. It's so dark, I can't tell anything. Here we go. We got a sunny day. We got a sunny day. My biggest is between an alligator gar and an arapaima. Both of them were around 230 pounds. I'm not sure which one's bigger. Both were around 7 feet long. But good sized fish. I got videos of both of them. You can watch them on the MDO. Got the alligator gar video on the Modern Day Outdoorsman channel, and then we also have the Amazon video, fishing in the Amazon. Northern U.S. maps had chances for snow. Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be cool. I agree. Especially at like White Moose Lake or something, if you had a chance for snow, that'd be kind of neat. I don't know where to cast. There's no movement on top of the water right now. 3 tons, 6,000 pounds. My. That'd be a big one, for sure. I winced at the thought of how long someone would need to fight that fish in. Need to catch one more snakehead. I didn't realize it was going to be so hard to catch one more before 9:30. We are struggling right now. Need to find some place with some movement on the water. I'm not seeing enough movement. Gotta see some movement. And a fish that can only be the Yeti fish. Ooh, I like it. Basking shark. 3 tons, even half of that took someone 4 hours to get there. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much time. I don't think so. People who play Russian fishing for it, they got too much time on their hands. It's just too much. That's too much. Could never do that. The moment the clock hits 60 minutes, I would be over it. I'd look at it and be like, I started fighting this thing at 3 o'clock. It's now 4 o'clock. At that point, my wife's bothering me. She's like, well, can you feed Oslo? And I'm like, it's 4. I'm sorry, I'm fighting a fish in a video game. And she's like, listen, you gotta feed the dog or else, you know, you're making me really mad. And I'm like, well, I got a big fish on, I can't leave, you know. And then to go into hour number 2, and it's 5 o'clock, and she's like, hey, you gonna come make dinner? And I'm like, I'm fighting this fish in the game, you know. I'm only 2 hours in. It could be another 2 hours. I don't know. 6 o'clock at night now. Still fighting this digital fish in a game. 5 o'clock, you know, I've already lost track of how long this is taking me. Good golly. 7 o'clock comes in, my wife's like, alright, I'm leaving, I'm taking Oslo and I'm going to my sister's house. You're not sane in the head to fight a digital fish in a video game for 4 hours. And I don't trust you anymore as a partner. And she's left me. My life has unraveled in front of me because someone spent 4 hours. Someone thought 4 hours would be a good idea for fishing, for fighting a fish in a digital fishing game. It's ridiculous. That's too much. That's too much. That's too long. Got him in the 20s. Come on, you. Get in here. Teens, teens, teens. He's in the teens. Let's go. That is 26, almost 27 pounds, 1000 XP, $826. That is our last Snakehead of the live stream, everyone. Well, I tell you what, I hope this helps you in some way get an idea of how to catch some of these fish. The snakeheads here in Fishing Planet. We've caught them on a number of different lures. Doesn't look like we've caught it on the frog popper. Wants me to feed the ducks. Doesn't catch it on the swim bait either, but you know what? I'm sure if you go to these same locations and fish for it with those, you'll catch them as well. Awesome stream. See you on Wednesday. Heck yeah. I'm looking forward to Wednesday. Wednesday night, as I've said a few times now, we are actually going out with the developers, the 3 developers of Voodoo Fishing, and we are going to be fishing with them for 2 hours, catching some fish in the swamp, dealing with dangerous mosquitoes and carnivorous plants and alligators and whatnot. It's going to be fun. If you like to play fishing games with a friend, Voodoo Fishing is a fun little game to play every once in a while. You know, if you get tired of Fishing Planet, switch it up. Go play some Voodoo Fishing. Switch it up. Go play some RF4. Switch it up. Go play some Fishing Planet again. You know, bounce around. Have some fun with it. Anyway, looking forward to Wednesday. Join us then to play with some play with the developers. Voodoo Fishing, the early access version of the game, coming out March 31st. So you can, I guess, wish list it on Steam, and then when it comes out March 31st, you can buy the early access of it and give it a try with your friend. But otherwise, what we got? I'm reading the chat here. Thanks for the stream. Nice seeing you, Thor. Thank you. Appreciate it. Nice seeing you in the game as well. Crits Gaming, you're playing R4 right now. Top notch. Peace, peace, peace. Happy Sunday. Charlie, you as well. Is your story real? Wife left. The wife is gone. She's out of here. No, because I didn't waste my time spending 4 hours catching a basking shark. That's ridiculous. About to loud up and get some lines wet. Oh, bruh. Get some lines wet. Thanks for the stream, Silent Cat. Top notch. My friends who got me into Fishing Planet abandoned me. They aren't your friends. They're worse than friends. They're teases. I don't know. Oh God. Tommy Too Smooth. Nice seeing you in game today. Later. Hey, take care, everyone. Well, everyone, hit the like button if you haven't already. We'll see you on Wednesday, I hope. Otherwise, take care. Looking forward to my trip on Friday. Go follow the Modern Day Outdoorsman. Go on. You're on YouTube right now. Go into the search bar. You type in Modern Day Outdoorsman and you hit the subscribe button. It isn't that hard. It's a fantastic channel. It's got fantastic in real life adventures. If you like the digital version, you're gonna love the real life version. So just go check it out. Hit the subscribe button. Anyway, that's it from me. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time. As always, remember, all stuttering. We're stuttering. This thing, I'm telling you what. It never works. Never works. Go. Do it. Spin, globe. Spin, 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 spin. It's gonna go so fast. All of a sudden, it's just gonna spit forward to like the very end. Yep, see, that's what I'm talking about. No, 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 no. Go back. There we go.